2019 May-June, paper 1, question number 14. The diagram shows the plan of a garden A, B, C, D. This is a solved question, and this is a garden A, B, C, and D. Now the question is, use a straight edge and compass to construct the locus of points inside A, B, C, D that are number 1 equidistant from A and B. Now for that you need to construct for this part, when you have to draw locus of the points equidistant from A and B. Equidistant from A and B mean equidistant from these 2 points A and B. Now for that you need to draw perpendicular bisector of the line joining A and B. Now you can draw this perpendicular bisector by placing your compass at A and drawing this arc and then this arc, and then place your compass at B and draw this arc and this arc. Now join these two to draw perpendicular bisector of AB. Now this perpendicular bisector is the locus of all the points which are equidistant from A and B. So the next part is you have to draw locus of points inside ABCD. One more thing, because we have to be inside ABCD, then this part will not be included in the solution. We have to be inside ABCD. Now for second part you have to draw the locus of the points inside ABCD that are equidistant from CD and AD. Now CD is a line, AD is a line. When you have to draw a locus of the points that are equidistant from two lines, like the case here is CD and AD are two lines, that means you need to draw the bisector of the angle formed between CD and AD. CD and AD makes an angle at point D. Now we have to bisect this angle. So for bisection of this angle, place your compass over here and draw this arc. Then place your compass over here and draw this arc. Now join this point with the vertex D. Now this is angle bisector of angle D formed between CD and AD. Now this line is locus of all the points which are equidistant from the line CD, this one, and AD. Now the next part is, note that this outside line will not be included because we have to be inside this ABCD. Next is Stephen wants to plant a tree in the garden. He wants the tree to be nearer to A than to B. Nearer to A than to B. Now note that this line, all the points on this line is they are equidistant, mean they are at same distance from A and B. From A and B. Now if you have to be nearer to A, then this part will be your answer. If you have to be nearer to A, then this part is nearer to A. But you have to plant the tree that should be nearer to A as well as nearer to CD than to AD. Now we have to merge these two conditions. Now the part nearer to CD is this part, this one. This part is nearer to CD while this part is nearer to AD. Now this line is equidistant at the same distance. All the points on this line, they are at equal distance from CD and AD. Now this part will be your answer, because in this section, the shaded one, this section is nearer to A. As you can see, this is nearer to A than to B. This is nearer to A, as well as this is nearer to C, D. So this part is your answer. Here Stephen can plant his tree. Next question is question number 15, where they have given you a matrix T 2 7 1 5. You have to find its inverse. Now the inverse of a matrix T is equal to 1 over determinant of T into adjoint T. Now you can find T determinant. Now this is in the form of determinant 2 7 1 5. Now how to obtain your determinant? Now that's simple. Simply multiply this principal diagonal, mean 2 into 5, that is 10, minus secondary diagonal, that is 1 into 7 is 7. So 10 minus 7 is 3. So this is basically the determinant. Now adjoint can be obtained when you interchange the entries of this principal diagonal. This is principal diagonal, so interchange them, mean 2 and 5 will be interchanged, while 7 and 1 will be changed in terms of their signs only. So here you can see 2 and 5 after being interchanged, and 7 and 1 after changing the sign of these two. So this is adjoint. Now the determinant, the inverse is 1 over determinant. As you know, determinant was 3. Let me zoom it. 1 over determinant was 3 into adjoint, that is obtained here. So this 3 will be moving in the matrix, and 5 will be divided by 3, minus 7 will be divided by 3, minus 1 will be divided by 3, and 2 will be divided by 3. So this is the answer for A inverse. In question number 16, you have to rearrange the formula to make B. Where is B? Here we have got B. You have to make B the subject in this case, which means you have to separate B from the rest. Okay, so write your question as it is. Now first step is to move this 5 from the denominator, this one, on the left side, because it is in the denominator. When you will move it on the left side, it will be multiplied with C, so it will become 5C. Next step is to move this 2A. So this 2A is minus on the right side. When you will move it on the left side, it will be plus 2A. Next step is to move this 3, that is with B square right now. This 3 will be moving on the left side. So I have just rearranged this one. This 3 has gone on the left side, so 5C plus 2A will be divided by 3 like this, and it will be equal to B square. So I have just interchanged B square. I have moved B square over there and this one over here, so there is no need to worry over here. And from here, take square root on both the sides, because we have to rearrange the formula to make B the subject. So you have to take square root in order to eliminate this square over B. So take square root on both sides. This will be your answer. Next question is question number 17, P1, May, June 2019. Question number 17 is a line segment AB joins A and B. Find the coordinates of the midpoint of AB. So we have got a line, and we can find the midpoint using the midpoint formula. Now this is suppose x1, and this is y1, this is x2, and this is y2. So let me write down a formula over here. The midpoint formula is x1 plus x2 divided by 2 to find the x coordinate of this midpoint, and y1 plus y2 divided by 2 to find the y coordinate of this midpoint. Actually the line AB is this one. This is a perpendicular bisector of line AB. Excuse me for any kind of misinterpretation over here, because perpendicular bisector is it should exactly divide the line AB into equal parts. So consider that these are two equal parts. If somehow they don't look so, anyhow the midpoint is x1 plus x2 divided by 2 and y1 plus y2 divided by 2. So from here, this is x1, this is x2. So x1 plus x2 divided by 2, y1 plus y2 divided by 2. This diagram is only basically a reflection of the concept. So 3 minus 1 is 2 over 2, 2 plus 10 is 12 over 2, so 2 over 2 is 1 and 12 over 2 is 6. So we have got our midpoint. This is the midpoint right over here. Next part says you have to find the equation of perpendicular bisector of AB. So perpendicular bisector is basically a line, this line, which is dividing AB into equal parts as well as making an angle of 90 over here. We have to find equation of this line. So to find equation of a line, you need at least a point which is available over here, midpoint, and you need slope of this line to find equation of this line. However, we don't know slope of perpendicular bisector, but we can find the slope of perpendicular bisector if we can obtain the slope of AB. So we first need to find the slope of AB. So slope of AB according to the formula will be y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. Now here I am using the coordinates of A and B from here. So A is 3, 2 and B is minus 1 and 10. So y2 minus y1, y2 minus y1 over here, and x2 minus x1 minus 1 minus 3. So 10 minus 2 is 8, minus 1 minus 3 is minus 4, and 8 over 4 is 2. So minus 2 will be the slope of AB. And slope of perpendicular bisector to AB is 1 by 2 by using the formula. So by using this formula, m1 dot m2 equal to minus 1. So when two lines are perpendicular, then the product of their slopes, if m1 and m2 represent the slope of two perpendicular lines, then the product of the slope of these two perpendicular lines should be equal to minus 1. So slope of suppose AB is, as we know, minus 2. If we can use m1 as slope of AB, m1, that is equal to minus 2. So if this is minus 2, so you can move minus 2 over here, and minus 2 while coming over here will divide minus 1. So minus 1 over minus 2 from here will give you 1 by 2 slope of perpendicular bisector of 2AB. That is this line perpendicular bisector to AB. The slope of this is 1 by 2, and this perpendicular bisector is passing through this midpoint which we have obtained here, and the coordinates of midpoint are 1 and 6. Now I am going to use this midpoint to find the equation of perpendicular bisector. So using this formula, y minus y1 is equal to m x minus x1 y minus y1. Now y1 is the y coordinate of midpoint, which is here, this one. So it should be 6. Now y coordinate is 6 and x coordinate is 1. So using the y coordinate equal to 6 of midpoint and x coordinate of midpoint is 1 and m of perpendicular bisector is 1 by 2, you can find equation of perpendicular bisector. Question number 18 is Jim plays for his local football team. The probability that Jim plays in the next match is 0.7. So this was missing over here. this probability was missing over here. The probability that Jim plays is 0.7, so insert 0.7 over here in the diagram. If Jim plays in the match, the probability of his team winning is 0.8, this one. So from the tree diagram, if Jim plays, then the probability of the winning for his team is 0.8. If Jim, okay, we have been through. If Jim doesn't play in the match, okay, so if Jim doesn't play in the match, the probability of his team winning is 0.6. That is this scenario. The second one, if Jim doesn't play the match, the probability of winning is 0.6. So this was missing over here. As you know that the total probability never exceeds 1, so if this is 0.7, then 1 minus 0.7 will give you 0.3. The probability that Jim doesn't play is 0.3 because the probability that Jim plays is 0.7. So probability of not playing will be 1 minus 0.7 equal to 0.3. Similarly, Jim doesn't play and his team wins. The probability is 0.6. And Jim doesn't play and team doesn't win. The probability will be 0.4 because you will subtract 0.6 from 1 to get this one. So in this way you can complete the tree diagram. Same has been done over here. Jim plays and team wins. The probability is 0.8, while this one will be then 0.2 because 1 minus 0.8 will give you 0.2. This is the tree diagram completion of this. Now we have to calculate the probability that Jim team wins their next match. So we have to calculate the probability of winning of Jim teams. Now team wins, this is first case, and the second case is this one, team wins, the second one. So this, if we are going to take this one, then use this path where the team wins. So 0.7 into 0.8, the first scenario, 0.7 into 0.8 plus the second path where team wins is 0.3 into 0.6, 0.3 into 0.6. As you know that we multiply the probabilities along these branches while we add the probabilities over here in this way. So we have two scenarios for winning a team, for winning Jim's team. The first one is this one where team will win 0.7 into 0.8, and you have to add this one in the second scenario, that is 0.3 and 0.6. So from here your answer will be 0.74, the probability that Jim's team wins the next match. Question number 19 is from Similarity and Congruency. The diagram shows triangle A, B, C. D is a point on AC such that angle BDC is equal to angle ABC. Mean this angle and this angle, they are same. You have to explain why triangle BDC is similar to triangle A, B and C, and we have to give a reason for this statement, because we have to prove that these two triangles are similar. ABC is similar to BDC. So first proof, or the first statement will be angle ABC is equal to angle BDC as given in the statement, this one. Now the second angle C is common to both ABC triangle and BDC. So C angle plays a role that is common to both the triangles. So when two angles are same, obviously the third angle of the two triangles will also be same. So hence the two triangles are similar. In part B, you have to find the length of AB because the triangle ABC is similar to triangle BDC. So ratio of AB to BD, it must be equal to ratio of AC to B and C, and that must be equal to a ratio of BC to DC. This is the concept of similarity. Ratio of corresponding sides are same. We have to find AB, this one. We know the length of BD, this is given in the question, and that is 6. We know the length of AC given in the question, that is 10, and we know the length of BC given in the question, that is 8. So from here you can find the length of AB. 6 into 10, 60 over 8 is 7.5. That will be the length, and that is in centimeters. Question number 20 is that on the Venn diagram, shade the region represented by B complement intersection A. So we have got the diagrams. First of all, shade B complement. Now B complement mean we have to shade all the region other than B. This will not be included because though the region whose complement is being taken is not included. I am shading B complement, which means B is not included and other region will be included. Everything other than B will be included. You know, this shaded lines represents B complement. Now in the next diagram I have shaded the region that is common to B complement and A. Basically these slant lines, the you can say the dark lines which are not the shaded one, or the solid lines. These solid lines indicate the region A. These solid lines indicate the region A, this part A. And B complement is indicated by these dotted lines over here as well, here as well. So for intersection you have to look for the region where you will find both the lines, mean the lines representing B complement, which are dotted lines, these dotted lines, and lines representing the shading of A, mean these solid lines. So the overlapping of dotted lines and solid lines are in this region, this one. So this one will be the answer for B in complement intersection A. So in part B, they have given us the information that here is some information about 100 people who visit a cafe. 32 drink coffee, 40 drink tea, 50 eat a pastry, 18 drink coffee and eat pastry, 21 drink tea and eat a pastry. Complete the Venn diagram to show this information for 100 people. Now, first of all, 32 drink coffee. So if you add 18 and 14, they will be equal to 32. The reason is that out for this coffee there are few individuals, these 18, who drink coffee as well as eat pastry. So first of all, complete the region which is common to both pastry and coffee. So 18 are those that are having pastry and coffee. So when 18 will be here, those people other than these 18 who are having coffee will be 14, because total should be equal to 32, those having coffee. So if you will subtract this 18, those having coffee and pastry, subtract these 18 from total having coffee, that is 32, you will get the rest of those having coffee. Now complete this part, the overlapping one. Now this overlapping part is from here 21 drink tea and eat a pastry. So first of all, complete the overlapping part. 21 drink tea and have a pastry. Now calculate those that are left and have tea. So this is from here, those having tea are 40 in total. 40 in total, and out of those 40, 21 are right here having a pastry as well. So out of those 40, subtract these 21, so those having only tea will be 19. Now let's discuss about the pastry one. Total people having pastry are 50. So out of 50, 21 are eating pastry but along with tea, and 18 are having pastry along with coffee. So these two add up to 39, and total having pastry are 50. So 50 minus these two will give you 11 that are having only pastry. Now the people left, because there were total 100 people, out of 100 these all will add up to 83. So 100 minus 83 will give you 17, mean those people who are not having anything from tea, pastry and coffee. So the answer for this part, T union C union P, mean add all of the people having tea, coffee and pastry, and then take the complement. Now the complement of T union C union P mean don't include T, P and C. Complement mean this slash mean complement of T union C union P, which mean, okay, T union P union C is this part, these three circles, but the complement is the area outside these circles, this one, and in this area we have 17 people. So the answer here should be 17. So make correction over here. The answer is this one, 17. So this is a bit typing mistake over here. So answer is 17 right here, 17 for this part. This was up to question number 20 of May June 2019 P1. So keep watching, and in the next part I will upload the last section from 2019 P1 May June. Thank you so much.